Randall Albertini, Ottawa, Canada. During another podcast I listened to, Matt Hardy said his price for a meet and greet is $25,000. I believe that he was talking 2-day events. When I see ads for various meet and greets, there are usually 8, 10 or more number of old-time veterans in attendance. I'm sure not many can demand the money that Hardy does, but for an event to have a good significant number of veterans in attendance would cost the person putting on the show a significant dollar outlay. A couple of questions. For those events, does the promoter have to pay the veterans ahead of time and hope to make money on ticket sales? And number 2, there seems to be more and more of these. Are they that profitable that the organisations putting on the show always make money?
Well, I can't say they always make money. But this is what they do. If somebody's going to get, and I think Matt Hardy, he may get 25 grand. But if I was going to put one of those meet and greets on, and I want to know what he would need for him to appear, and he sends back $25,000, well, that'd be the last he'd heard of me. I said, no, I'm not doing it, because you could take a bath, a big bath. But what they do is, say Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know what he gets. I know about, I guess 10 years ago, he was getting 20 grand then. But this is what they do. You buy a picture and he signs it for $100. And it doesn't take that much. How many pictures would it be to make 25 grand? 250?
Yeah. Don't give me the quick maths questions, especially on a podcast. That's high pressure, man.
And I know what Lawler gets. I think his signed photos are very high. And say I go to a convention, I get a fee, but nowhere close to that. I wish I did get that. So, but and they come and they buy bundles, they buy the books, they buy the pictures, they buy the autograph, then they buy the picture. So some of that can total up. If they get all that, that's easily $200.
So explain it to me again then. So you get a fee, right? I presume, do you get a fee up front? Do you get deposit up front and you're paid later?
You get a deposit, and then you get the rest of it when you get there. Mm-hmm. Before anything is sold, you get your money, because that's the deal you made. Now, anything he makes over that, the promoter, that's his.
And the promoter provides all of the merchandise, like the 8x10s and stuff like that, and they keep everything else.
Yes. From what I understand, I usually take my books with me. I don't take a lot, and that's mine. And he does the meet and greet, the autographs, the snap and goes, and the 8x10s. He provides all that. Plus, he flies me in, he puts me up and feeds me.
All right. Not a bad way to make way to spend a weekend.
But, if you're in a big size city like New York or Philadelphia or Baltimore or Atlanta, any of those, Dallas or Chicago, some of those conventions are huge. They're big. And sometimes I hadn't seen people for years, and I'll walk around and there's some guy I hadn't seen since 20 years ago. But the thing is, it may have been 20 years, but still I know him. He's really my brother in the wrestling business. And it's like we never separated. We could sit down and start talking like we never have been apart. And he'll tell you where he's been, how his family's doing, and everything. So, and I enjoy conventions. I actually enjoy the fans more than I enjoy some of the wrestlers, because I couldn't stand about half the wrestling before. But the fans always have different questions, and they're so appreciative. Wrestling fans are the most loyal fans in the world. because, and I was going to tell you a story, and I forgot it because that happens a lot. But standing in the middle of a ring, giving an interview like I used to do with Zeb Colter, when I would look out there, I would see America. I would see the plumbers and the mechanics and the painters and the construction guys and the insurance salesman and the car salesman. So what I was looking at was I was looking at America. I'm looking at the same people that makes this country work, and they come out to be entertained. And I learned a long time ago, an old timer told me, and I always remember this. He said, "I don't give a shit if there's 10,000 people out there or 10 people out there. You owe that 10 people the same type of show that you would put on for 10,000. And that's right. They paid their money and they need to get their money's worth. So, I mean, you won't have the same reaction from 10 people you'll get from 10,000. But still, it really is a moral obligation on the talent's part to provide the best show they can.